Hello everyone, welcome to another Forex forecast with Blue Pips Forex. I'm Francis, and in today's forecast I'm going to be talking about Euro USD, Pound JPY, UsdChf and Pound AUD, and I'll just be making an update on gold based on the full analysis I did on gold a couple of days back. So before we start, if you are not subscribed to this channel yet, please do so to enable you get our content the moment we are uploading them. So let's get down to the video. Alright, so on Euro USD, what we can see first of all is that we have this wedge pattern. We can see that right here we had the beginning of the wedge, we had resistance at this point, we had resistance at this point. Over here we can see support, and about 2 months back the price gave us a monthly close above this support right here, and normally after a close above such levels we expect a retracement for a retest of that level as new support. So we have broken resistance from the monthly time frame, of which we expect to become support. So let's see what we have from the weekly time frame. Alright, so from the weekly time frame, what we can see first is that we have this zone of structure right here at this point and at this point. That's 2055 and 1930 from the weekly time frame. We can see how the top has held as resistance back here. You can see how the lower part held as resistance also. If we are going to go back a little, we are going to see that area holding as structure in the market. You can see how strong that zone is. So as long as this zone remains intact, we can expect to see a retracement downwards to at least previous this area of structure right here. We can see that that's the most recent horizontal level of structure. I can expect to see a retest, and it will also be aligning with this monthly triangle pattern which price closed above 2 months ago. So I would expect to see price make a retest of these areas of structure before a continuation higher, or if we get a breakback within this triangle, then we'll be seeing a push lower once again to this area. However, as long as price remains above, I would expect to see price reject this area for the next move higher. So let's see what we have from the daily time frame. Alright, so this is the daily time frame, and with this we can see that the price is not ready for the move yet, and I will explain that in a bit. So first of all, what we can see is that we have this huge ascending channel right here. You can see how from this area we had support, and then we had all this push to these highs right here. From this area you can see how this area started acting as resistance, 4 times within 2 weeks or 3 weeks. So I can see that this area is already becoming an area of interest to me, and as long as price remains below this area, we expect to see the push downwards. But another thing to keep in mind is that we have another level of support right here. You can see how strong this area has been acting as support. So as long as price remains within this ascending channel right here, I'll not be looking for short trades yet. So when will I be looking for short trades? If I'll get a retracement, that's a move to this highs once again, and a good rejection of this highs at 1989, then I'll start looking for short trades back into this support right here, and perhaps this support we have right at these areas. Or if on the other hand I'll get a daily close below this channel support right here, then on the retest I'll be taking my short trades into these lows right here. So that's about Euro USD. So next up is Pound JPY. Alright, so from the monthly time frame on Pound JPY, what we can see is that we have this resistance right here. We also have horizontal level of structure right here. You can see how strong these levels are in the market. So that's the area I'm going to be paying attention to. Those are the two levels of structures I'll be paying attention to on this pair from the monthly time frame. So with this, we can expect that the price wants to test this area of structure once again before either making a break of the structure higher into this higher structure right here, or reject it for another move lower to 39.45 over the next coming months. So let's see what we have from the weekly time frame. Alright, so here we go on the weekly time frame. We can see that we have this level of structure right here. Alright, and we can see that last 2 weeks, I mean, price gave us a weekly close above that level of structure. That's this zone from the weekly time frame. Price gave us a weekly close above, and normally after a weekly close above, what do we expect? A retest before the continuation upwards. And if we look closely, we are going to see that we had just a pinch retest. That's price retested that area to the peep, and after such rejection, what we could expect will be the next move higher. So from this area, we expect to see continuation higher. Let's see what we have from the daily time frame. Alright, so from the daily time frame, what we can see is that we have these two set of ascending channels, one guiding the larger ascending trend and one guiding this other smaller ascending trend right here. So with this, we know that the price is already on an uptrend, and I would expect to see the continuation higher. So now we can see how the price has rejected these highs right here. However, this level of channel support right here has not been retested. So what I'll be expecting next will be a retest of this area once again this coming week, say on Monday. If I'll get something like the price, if I'll see the price come back to retest this level of previous resistance here as new support here once again, that's a proper retest this time. And also if the price will reject this ascending trend line at this point, then I'll be ready to take a long trade on this pairs right up into 43.36, and this could last a couple of days or weeks. So if I'll get that retracement into this area once again with one of my valid trading signals from this area, I'll be taking a long trade to I'll be taking a long trade to 43.36. So to the next pair on our list, UsdChf. So from the monthly time frame on UsdChf, okay, the last time I talked about this pair, I highlighted the possibility, the fact that price was still trading above the 1972 area, and I said as long as price remained above that level, I would expect to see the next move higher. But we can see that last month made a monthly close below that level. So with a monthly close below that level, what we could expect is the next move lower to 87.21. So let's see what we have from the weekly time frame. Alright, so this is the weekly time frame on UsdChf, and we can see clearly that we had various rejections of these levels right here. Last 2 weeks give us a weekly close below the channel support, and with that close we could have I was looking for short trades from the most recent areas of structures from the daily time frame, but what did we get instead? We got a weekly close back above. So with a weekly close back above this old descending, that's this channel support and this horizontal support right here, then it means this close down here was a false break. You can see immediately after the close, the next week closed back above. So this was a false break, and after a false break like this, what we could be expecting will be the next move higher into this highs right here. So with this, I can say that the close from the monthly time frame was most likely a false break. So let's see what we have from the daily time frame. Alright, so from the daily time frame, okay, the last time I talked about this pair, I talked about this descending channel right here, and I said as long as price remains within this area, I might just see consolidation until I see a close above. I will not be looking for any long trades. And a couple of days ago, the price gave us a close above the descending channel resistance, and with a close above that resistance, what we could expect next would have been the next push higher, and we can see that that has already started to happen. We had retest of the channel resistance as new support, and we already have the first push higher. However, price is currently at resistance, so we cannot be taking any long trades out of this pair at the moment. So before I'm taking a long trade, I'll be waiting for a daily close above 91.63. When I get a daily close above that level, I'll be taking a long trade into 92.78 and possibly 94.11 over the next couple of days or weeks, as the case may be. We can see that 94.11 is a confluence of resistance where we have this descending trend line meeting with the 94.11 area of resistance. So if I will get a daily close above here, I'm taking a long trade to this resistance at this point. If I get a daily close above on the retest, I'll be taking another long trade to 94.11. So that will be all on UsdChf. Alright, so the next trade, the next pair on our list is pound AUD, and from what we can see on pound AUD here, we have this multi-year descending trend line right here. We can see from that eye we had retest at this point, and we had retest at this point. So with all of those retests, we could have we could be expecting that price will be making it down to the support of the of this triangle right here. You can see that we had the beginning here, we had various touches at this point. I can expect that price will retest that area again over the next couple of months. So let's see what we have from the weekly time frame. Alright, so this is the weekly time frame, and we can see that the price got to support at this level right here, and after support, it rejected that support, made the first impulse higher, came back for retracement, and from this area we could be expecting the next impulse to retest this channel previous support as new resistance before the move lower to the area we expect as our final objective on this pair from the monthly time frame. So for now, what we're expecting from pound AUD will be the next move to retest previous area of resistance, of support as new resistance. I could also expect it to touch the 86.98 level, because you can see that the area acted as resistance. We had support at this point, we had support at this point, a break below without any form of retest. So I could expect that when the price will be making this move, it's going to be retesting this area as resistance before the next move downward, which we expect from the monthly time frame. Let's see what we have from the daily time frame. Alright, so the last time I talked about this pair, that was when the price came back for this retest at this point, and I wanted to see the next move up into these areas right here, but instead of making the next move into those highs, what we had was a situation where the price found resistance at previous resistance right here, and after that came back to support and found support here right again. And you can see that it has started rising already. So if you had not taken entry from this area, then you might not want to take any entry anymore on this pair until we have a daily close above the 1842 area of structure. So that's basically what I'll be waiting for. Since the pair has already started rising, then I would expect price to first get to 1842 region. Then if the price will get to this area and give a daily close above this area, that's only when I'll start looking for long trades to my overall weekly target. Because as long as we have 2 rejections of this area, we have 3 rejections of this area right here, it means we have a range on our hands, and we might just have a situation where the price will get to this high and reject it back to the support, and might just see back and forth movement within this range to either get the break above to our overall target, or we get the break below to our overall monthly target. So for now, this is the area where I'll be expecting to see a daily close above before I'll be looking for long trades to my overall target at 87.66. Okay, I think it's a little bit different from the level we had from the weekly time frame, but it's around the same zone of structure right here. So that area will be my final objective on this pair from the weekly time frame before I start looking for the next short trades to our overall monthly targets. So that will be all on pound AUD. Alright, so like I said, this will be an update on gold. If you've not seen the analysis I made on gold, I'm going to place that video in the top right corner now. I'll also link the video in the description below for you to go and check it out. So I talked about this support, and I said as long as price remains above this support, if you've been following me for some time, you know I take support and resistance very serious in this business right here. So you can see how firmly this area has been holding us support, and even Friday's candle still rejected that support once again. So as long as this area is holding firmly as support, I would expect to see a rise in the price of gold to 2071, that's $2071 over the next couple of days or weeks or months, as the case may be. So now we can see that we have a rejection once again of both the major level at $1916 and this ascending channel support right at this point. So at this area, I'll be looking for good entry opportunities from gold. If I'll get a good entry opportunity, then I'll be taking a long trade to $2071. If I won't get an entry, then I'm not going to be taking a trade on this pair. So this is going to be all on my forecast for this week. If you enjoyed this forecast, please do like, subscribe, click on the bell notification to enable you get our content whenever we upload them. Also share this video with your friends, and if there are any questions, please do well to ask in the comment section below. I'm more than willing to respond to all your questions. Until we meet in the next video, do have yourself a lovely weekend and a lovely day.